Hello and welcome to the FUHSO Insiders podcast, your go-to source for all things FUHSO. I am Mantra and I'm excited to be your host for today's episode. Today, my co-host is
Femi David, aka Morning Star.
Alright, welcome David. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm so excited to be here for the first time. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. So, if this is your first time listening, this is the FUHSO Insiders podcast. As I said before, this is the Monday Scoop series where we talk about everything that has happened the last week in FUHSO and what we are expecting for the new week. FUHSO is the Federal University of Health Sciences, located in Benue State, Nigeria. So, Femi, what happened last week? What are we talking about? How was last week for you, January?
Man, last week was, I think, very, very eventful. A lot of things happened, like back to back. In fact, every day brought its drama, from the tutorial level starting their lectures and lack of halls to, in fact, in your hostels, I'm sure there was no water and light at the beginning of the week, to the security issue and tensions. We heard about the kidnapping, then we heard about the biological sciences departmental orientation. We have little info on that though, but we'll try. We had the FUHSO Giants first away game yesterday. Wow, we have so much more, man.
Alright, so you mentioned the beginning of the week there was no water. Yeah, I actually firsthand experienced that. And the light issue is the one that I know is very, very popular. Like, it was funny. We've been talking in previous episodes. If you have been listening to our previous episodes, I think for like 2 weeks now, we've mentioned that there was no light in Hall A. You understand? That was, I think that was like, I don't know, an electricity, it has to do with the connections or something like that. And then this one it started with like the fact that there was low current. I think the girls' hostel that is for the Mouse Lodge, I think they
had zero light.
Yeah. So I think like the issue began there first. And then one day I just heard they had cut the lights. You understand? Still in doctor's hostel, because I personally I reside in the doctor's hostel. We're still having that issue. We hear sparks and the lights will go off, come on again, and then like it was people could not even plug their phones. You understand? You hear people complaining and
it was that bad.
Yeah, because nobody wants to like spoil their devices because the current was low, could not read and all of that. And then there was no light in school. I think there was a class we were having and the lecturer had to project, and after bringing the projector down, everything just went off and never came back on.
Yeah, man.
I think that was the period they cut the lights. And yeah.
Yes, well said, Mantra, because you just described last week. The beginning of last week was not funny at all. Just as you said, from the beginning of the light issue that got so bad that it spoiled a lot of bulbs in the hostel. Instead of some rooms now, currently the fans are no longer working, and it was like as if nothing was being done about it. Everything was just, if I go worse by day, we heard about the girls' hostel. In fact, to the point that okay, for this story, right, to the point that we'll get to school and everybody's going to come and plug their phones in, and they'll plug their phones, but no lights will come till the end of the day. Everyone will take their phones back, man. It was really sad.
Yeah, we're trying to, I think the people that maybe were kind of excluded in this, initially maybe the Ziggy hostel, you understand, maybe they didn't have this issue, and probably the Metro hostel, I did not really have any info on that yet. And then, people in the town, I'm not sure they had any issue concerning the electricity and power and all that. Initially, we were trying to manage the stuff. You understand? You see, we thought it was just like maybe a current issue, like maybe the amount of electricity being supplied was not enough to carry like our appliances and all that. And then you see people turn on their bulbs and their fans to off, turn on their fans. It was just messy. It was messy in a way. Yeah, you mentioned that the 200 level MBBS students have started their lectures. Yeah, like we mentioned the previous podcast, and then our concerns were if they were going to be like clashing of classes and all of that. And well, I've not really heard much apart from the fact that maybe I think one of their classes, there was a clash with the 100 level B and something like that, So, but like, I think for now, everything is going well. Though they don't have a timetable yet. I don't think their courses are on the timetable that is out yet, but I think they're having fixed lectures. So I think that is that. Now, that period that we were talking about, the lights issue and all of that, and they cut the lights, there's no lights in school. I think that particular day that we heard that they had cut the lights, the power supply to the school, that is to the campus where we have our lectures, there was one kind of tension that started that night. That tension, because I think the school's gate is supposed to close by 10, and that particular day, I think
we closed around 8:30 to 9. I know we didn't get to 9, but because by 9 I was in school that day, and by 9 we had operated us to leave the school premises. So from 8:30 to 9, it closed around that period. So of course, that day was very, very, like, it sent chills down everybody's spine, because we went from a state of no security alerts to a state of very, very high tension. And we could see people clamoring back to their hostels quickly, because we don't know who's going to be next.
There was a lot of news flying around, mostly like fake news and rumors, because like the tensions were high. Like Femi said, nobody knew what was happening. Like, why are they closing the gates early today? You understand? And then I think they were, according to what I heard, some cars were going into the school, and whenever things happen like this and there's no news, there's nothing telling you that, okay, this is why this is happening. A lot of news goes around, you understand? And
mostly fake news. They formulate anything.
So people come up with theories and trying to like figure out, okay, what exactly must have happened for this. So there was a news going around that, okay, we heard that some people were kidnapped around, and so tensions were high. Like I said, people like went back to the hostel, and I think they were talking about it for a while. The very next day, and though there were like lectures and tests and all of that, it was kind of like a news for a while. We don't still have much info on that.
Go about your normal lives, but we're security conscious, because the country as a whole right now is not completely safe. So the security issue around the school is not bad. It's okay, very okay. At least we know we've not heard of any bad news since we came to FUHSO. Everywhere has been relatively very, very secure.
I think whatever issue happened last week, I think that was Wednesday or Thursday, it wasn't really around the school premises, but I think it involved some staffs in the school. Though, like I said,
still not confirmed.
But still be security conscious. Be security conscious. Be careful. Don't go far at night, you understand? Stay around your hostels or in the school premises. When the gates are locked, so just be around wherever you want to be around at that particular time. Don't stay out late, and be in your hostels or in the school before they lock the gates. Okay, speaking of security and staying safe, we had some info from the Metro hostel that they killed a big snake, or a couple of snakes. They have been seeing snakes around, you understand, because that place is quite bushy. I don't know if you've been, for FUHSO students, I don't know if you've been to the Metro hostel environs. You will see it's kind of bushy and all of that. So the residents of Metro hostel are appealing to the school to fumigate their hostel environments and probably get people to like cut the bushes, and so that they would feel safer without all these snakes and also mosquitoes and all of that. So we hope that the school does that for them, so that
speaking of that, when we started came to FUHSO, we saw some couple of scorpions. This is that Sumatra and Doctor's hostel. It was very, very scary affair as well. I think the school takes preventive measures from fumigating though, which is why I think we should actually get like the school to fumigate that place very well. Please stay safe. We also heard of cases of girls seeing snakes too in their hostel, so it's a common problem around here. So stay safe, always keep your torch on if you're working at night, and always try to look at your surroundings, because we don't know what creepy urchin is lurking.
Okay.
That was nice, guy.
I'm going to leave that. That's 1 second of silence. I'm going to leave it. Okay. The biological sciences, I think they had an orientation on Thursday or Friday. So though we don't have much info on that. And the FUHSO Giants, FUHSO basketball team, aka FUHSO Giants, had their first away game on Saturday. They went to the VIPs. If you have been listening to the podcast and you've been checking our social media pages, you would know that a couple weeks back they played against outsiders, VIPs. So, and they lost, and now they went there, and though they also lost, but I think it's a good experience that they are now playing away games, you understand, going there and experiencing a new court, a new rim, and seeing how things are there. So we spoke to the captain of the FUHSO Giants, AB, and he told us about their experience. He said it was okay, it was good, though they lost the game, but
they lost. So painful.
yeah, but like I think it's good moving forward. I think that they're actually improving. From an insider that was at the game, that watched the game, told us that though it was a like full court press from the VIPs, their defense was like superb. The Giants could not even like take the ball across to the other side of the court, but still he saw some improvements in Giants defense because of, compared to the last game they played with the VIPs. Even though this is a new court and courts that they are not used to, the captain made mention of the fact that the rims were higher, the 3-point distance was like longer and all of that. So yeah, we all hope for the best. Hopefully next time they play with the VIPs, they are better and stronger.
Yeah. We hope for more improvement going forward from the FUHSO basketball team.
Yeah, the scoreline of the game was 37-20 in favor of the VIPs.
Yeah, I think that actually speaks a lot though, because compared to the last game, the gap has like drastically reduced, which confirms the insiders view that was there on about how the FUHSO Giants have improved. So I think going forward, a lot of positives to take from there.
Yes, so it's still a big gap. It's still almost half. Like it's still almost double. You get what I'm trying to say? They didn't score a lot of points, but still, we hope for the best. So we were talking about the light issue and the fact that they lock the gates kind of earlier nowadays. And I noticed nowadays that people actually don't do TDBs as much as they used to. Okay, because of the lack of lights and the tension, people rarely come to school and stay late, like to the next morning and all of that. I was thinking, are the TDBs really worth it? And how would the people doing TDB survive? I want to know your opinion. What do you really think about TDBs? And I know you don't really do TDBs, so like.
Yeah. I think since I came to school, I've not really done as much TDBs as compared to like many people, because personally I feel it's all about understanding yourself. First of all, there are people that are very good with night reading. Some people that are very good in daytime. Yeah, personally, I'm a daytime reader. If I said I was gonna read it at night, man, except when occasion really like demands it, then you know that okay, you really have to read. So anything night, morning, you just have to read. But I think for so many people, it has helped a lot, because we know a very brilliant student, I won't mention his name, 100 level, who transitioned very well because of TDBs. Like he actually knew his strength and worked very well with TDBs, and he was able to have very, very beautiful results. So if you feel TDB is for you, and you feel that when you're going there, you're not going to gun, because like the African proverb says, the worst thing you can do to yourself is to lie to yourself. If you know you're not going to go and sleep, then yeah, I think it's very, very productive. But if you know you're more of a day person, then please stay away from it, especially now that there is not even light, so the difficulty has increased twice as much. So it's all about you knowing yourself. But I think TDB has helped a lot of people, a lot of people.
Yeah. I think, like you said, it's all about knowing yourself. Yeah, because though quite a few times I go for TDB and I see I see people studying and all of that. Yeah, I think it's good. I don't know how, now that a lot of people are not able to come for TDB, I hope it doesn't affect them much. You know, for those that don't know what TDB is, that is TDB is an acronym. T for till, D for day, B for break. So till daybreak is just this stuff where like you go to school and stay there till daybreak. You understand? Sometimes people do TDB in their hostels, in their rooms too. You understand? It just means like burning the midnight candle. You understand? Studying till daybreak, just like the name is. So, but like in this context, I'm talking about like people who come to school for the TDB. I know sometimes it's not so easy to study in your hostel and say you want to go like till daybreak in your hostel. You can actually stay awake for a very long time when you're in the hostel, but like to study. Yeah, especially in, you know how the hostel is, man. Like, so like, man, everything is just is and the noise, you understand? Yeah, and people playing music. There's like people watching movies. There are people arguing.
Yeah, and your friend might just come to you, give you a very nice trendy topic, man.
Yeah,
that's typing.
Yeah. So and maybe when hunger comes, you understand, you start looking for food. In school it's not like that. Like there are less distractions and all of that. So hopefully the light is fixed soon and the TDB people come. And yeah, and like Femi said, know yourself so that you don't just come and sleep and all of that.
Yeah, then so the anatomy results have been released. We've heard about it. We've been able to see, get a glimpse of the performance. And Mancha, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the students preparing for the anatomy CA test, the steeplechase and all of that, and we had info that the results were out. So I don't know, I personally haven't seen the results, but based on a couple of people close to me that I've heard from, I think it was nice. That is the 200 level MBBS, their anatomy results here. So the performance, I don't know how it was overall. I hope it was good. Yeah, because I saw them preparing a lot, and I will be so happy that yeah. Okay, if you are still listening to these points, please don't forget to share and rate and give us your feedback. Talking about this, I am actually elated. Like I'm happy. This is actually our 10th episode, and if you have been listening, we have a lot of stuff planned for you guys. This is just the Monday Scoop series, and this is the 10th episode of the Monday Scoop series, and also the 10th episode of the FUHSO Insiders podcast. We are so happy that you guys have been tuning us up to this point. For some of you that are FUHSO students, some of you that are not FUHSO students, some of you that are not even Nigerians but still tune into this. We are so glad to have you guys here listening, and you motivate us to do what we do. If you have been listening from the first episode, like the first episode of this podcast, we want to say a very huge thank you to you. If this is your first episode, we still want to tell you thank you. Big kudos to you. We love you guys. Please don't forget to give us your feedback if you are listening on Spotify or on Anchor. And great news, the FUHSO Insiders podcast is now available on Apple Podcasts. Woo! So if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please give us a rating. Yeah, let us have that feedback.
Feedback means a lot to us.
Yeah, and don't forget to share this podcast with your friends. If you find this podcast interesting, please share it to your friends and your family and all of that. You should keep yourself healthy, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. You understand? Try to exercise regularly.
Very important.
Get plenty of sleep. Eat healthy. Connect with others. Connect with your friends, your family. Be safe, and stay healthy. Remember to prioritize your hygiene. You understand? Keep your environments clean and make the world a safer place and a neater and a healthier place for you and those around you. I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap, man.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Femi.
Episode, man. Thank you very much, man. Real honor to be here.
Yeah, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, or X, Threads. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok. Wherever else you can read our articles on Medium. Follow us on Facebook, like our page, and also love to hear from you. You can communicate with us on any of those social media platforms. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to let us know what you think about this episode.
Yeah, okay, so don't go anywhere, man. We have a lot of exciting things, a lot of special packages that have not even been launched yet, and we'll only keep on getting better and giving you more and more. I'll go out with this, as a young wise man once said, straight out of FUHSO. We're taking our sound to the other side, you see. So, my people, till next time, stay curious, stay engaged, stay creative, and remember, stay fly.